The physics program at Ouachita incorporates the benefits of smaller class sizes with a physics education of unmatched quality. Degrees offered are a Bachelor of Science in Physics, with the option of an engineering emphasis, and a 3-2 program, which allows for 2 degrees in 5 years. Here described by Department Head and Physics Professor Dr. Kevin Cornelius.
Our 3-2 program, our Bachelor of Arts, it's where a student comes to Ouachita for 3 years, gets the OBU core out of the way, and as much base classes in science and engineering as they can, and then they transfer to an engineering school for 2 years, and then they finish up there with an engineering degree. But after the first year that they're at the other school, they transfer back the balance of the hours needed at Ouachita. And because of the arrangement that we have between the two schools, you end up with 2 degrees from 2 schools in 5 years.
Professor of Physics Dr. Angela Douglas is in her 2nd year with Ouachita, providing a strong research background as well as a love for teaching.
I love it so far. I like teaching everyone from the non-majors to pre-med and things like that. It's a fun class. But then I also get the experience to teach seniors and upper-level physics classes too, which I really enjoy.
Ouachita is a much smaller university than the majority of state schools. Here, Dr. Cornelius describes the Ouachita difference.
It's a much smaller environment. Really allows me, and I think some of the other professors, the ability to get to the students much better than just numbers. In some of the larger schools, when I did my graduate work, the physics courses that they had there, the university physics courses, they had around 300 in there. And so the professor came in, he lectured, he disappeared, and then these 300 would fracture into smaller pieces and see other professors in these resuscitation sections, and then they would go to the lab and they'd see somebody else even still. And so unless, I guess, you went to the professor with a question, and even then you probably didn't, the main professor, you went to the resuscitation people. They're the people you saw twice a week to actually talk about homework and do homework. You really didn't get to know the person who's actually teaching the class, where here it's kind of a one person does all that, and so you get to know your students well, and you get to know me much better, which would be good or bad. Then also the idea of having smaller classes, I think it also encourages student participation more, because there are fewer people to sit back and let other people do it. And because of that engaging between the students and the faculty, sometimes you can go off script, if you will, and talk about various and sundry other things. I think it's very useful for the student to actually get other perspectives.